Well, I never thought it would come down to this, but I'm going to have to double down on China. What does that mean? That means that going forward, for at least 2 weeks, 3 weeks, maybe four, I don't know. It could be even longer, could be as long as 6 weeks. I have no idea. I'm going to be releasing on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays two China review videos. The reason why is because in my life I've had a number of self-fulfilling prophecies, and they're very strange. The first one happened many years ago. At Tiny Middle, we had these stupid extended warranties that they wanted us to sell. So I just give them the rattle, the customers, and they'd bite. I didn't think there was a chance in hell because I don't believe in them at all. But I was successful in selling them and was always one of the top sellers of the extended warranties. So when they told me that you need to sell these things, and I'm like, it turned out to be a self-fulfilling prophecy where not only could I sell them, but I could sell them practically better than everybody else. So that was one of them. And, there's been a lot of others in my life as well. This one, in fact, came from another video where I was testing a microphone in the other room upstairs that had some problems with its USB cable. And I had mentioned that China has been contacting me, and I told them I'm not doing Amazon reviews anymore because it's all fucking crooked, and I'm tired of Amazon's bullshit. So going forward, I'll give you a YouTube video, and you can get seller feedback. 5 star! Make for you! I didn't think they'd go for it. There have been some exceptions, but almost every single one of these companies are like, yeah, we could do that, sure, no problem. I'm like, what? And there's been a lot, especially lately, that have been shipping products directly to me, so I don't even have to lay out any money out of pocket. The problem is there's been so much coming in that releasing them Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Now, I don't know if you remember, but some years back, it was Monday through Friday China reviews. And I was like, I can't do this anymore. This is ridiculous. I can record the reviews and that, but how can I take my channel and totally do that? So now you're getting the schedule you've been seeing for, I don't know, a year, more, 2 years, something. Where it's Monday, Wednesday, Friday China videos, Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday are regular J videos, and then Sunday are the old war stories. And that schedule is going to continue, but again, the Monday, Wednesday, Friday are now going to have two China videos going forward for the next few weeks at least. And the reason why, like I said, is because there's been such an influx of stuff, and I need to get these reviews out. The ones that they directly ship to me, because the problem is, I'm telling these people it's going to take 6 weeks, and they're like, we need a review in 2 weeks, not 6. And I'm like, I review the products in the order they come in. Okay, you want it done faster, contact me sooner. What else do you want me to tell you? I'm a busy guy. I got a lot of shit to do. And, there's only so many. I'm not going to just post. There's people out there on YouTube that post 12 videos in a day, and nobody watches 12 videos from the same person in one day. It just doesn't happen. And then what happens is you forget about them, and they're just some of those old videos. What do I have? Over 3,000 videos? There's so many that a lot of you have forgotten about, that I've forgotten about. And every once and again, somebody comments on an old video of mine, and I'm like, I forgot I made that video. Wow. So it gets to the point where I have to start releasing these faster, and the only way to do that is to start doubling up on them. Now, I'm not going to go more than two. It's up to you if you want to watch them, if you don't. Sometimes there's funny stuff that happens in them. I don't generally include bloopers, but sometimes there's a little something at the end of the video that the China people don't get, but you see on the tubes. And sometimes other stuff. Occasionally there's something just so crazy that I make a separate video or even a gag video on the product because it's either so ridiculous or completely doesn't work or it arrives broken. There's a few of those, and see, the problem with that is there's so many videos from like back before this whole I'll do a YouTube video and not an Amazon review. There's stuff from a year ago, maybe more, that's still sitting in the queue that I reviewed and never posted the video to YouTube. So what I'm going to try to do in the hopes of getting some of those released is I'm going to release this new stuff. Because again, the problem, like I said, is the stuff I got to pay out of pocket for, I got to get my money back. So they're not going to pay until they get the review. So I got to get these out a lot faster because I've already had three separate incidents where China's like, we're not paying you. Or they don't know who I am, or they don't even respond. That's a great one. Or I lost my email code. Well, how do you work then? They all have personal email addresses. So that's weird. So it's like, I don't understand. And sometimes because their job to get people to review the products is very high turnover, these China people can, if they like don't pay somebody, can get fired on the spot for that. So I might have gotten like 3 people fired because they didn't pay up. I don't know how they're that disorganized. So when I had these problems where these companies weren't paying me, what I did was I went to Amazon and sent the seller a message. And I told them, hey, I bought this and contracted with you to do a review, and I never got paid. All of the sudden, there's a Chinese fire drill, and they all start running out. Who not got paid? And they have to put their teeth back in their mouth because they can't believe that somebody didn't get paid. Because they know that somebody's going to get, not written up, fucking caned. They're going to whip these bastards. They got some shit going on in China there. So, yeah. So I got to get these out so I get paid, because you wouldn't want to work without getting paid, right? So I got to start releasing these faster. What I'm hoping to do is to release these faster, 2-3 times a week, in the hopes that I can get back to a more normal schedule where I can tell China it'll be 2 weeks for a review, and then maybe I'll start releasing some of the older stuff, maybe as a double video like I'm going to be doing, or maybe it'll die down some. Not likely, probably not, but could happen. You never know. There's slower times of the year and faster times of the year. So anyway, that's the deal going forward. So from here on out, it's double China videos. We're doubling down on China. Don't you mean doubling up? Well, does it really matter which way it goes? You're getting double the videos. Whether or not you want to watch them, that's up to you. But I do put a lot of time and effort into these videos. And as I've shown in a few other videos of like what happens behind the scenes, the actual video might run for 4 minutes, 6.5, 8 minutes. But the creation of that video, the actual physical recording time, and taking it out of the box and everything else can be triple the length of the video easily. So if it's an 8-minute video, that could be 24 minutes for the actual shooting of the video, and we're not even going to talk about the editing. So there's a lot of time and effort that I put into them, and I've looked back at some of my earlier ones, like when I first started doing this. I've gotten pretty good since. Now, I was at Tiny Middle and I was in sales, so I know how to sell stuff. I have a very interesting way of presenting the product. And this is what really drove my sales at Tiny Middle. I was not a top salesman because I was not a sleazebag like most of the guys that made the big bucks were. I refused to go down to that level. They didn't give a shit. And as such, like we had this one guy whose name was Guy, Guy. It's Guy, but it's Guy. And he sold this customer the world, and the next day he had $7,300 in returns. When you're that much of a sleazebag, you're going to pay, because when that sale comes back, they pull that money right back out of your check. Yeah, it was a tough business, but now I get to do it for fun. Anyway, Double China videos going forward. Thanks for watching. Make sure you hit like, make sure you hit subscribe, and take care. At least you got a story out of me. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.